let's go ahead and get started. So today, this is the second league of the day. We've been playing combo decks all day. Played some Jeskai Ascendancy combo. Had a little bit to say about that over on the Pioneer channel. If you're watching this on YouTube, you can go check that out. But if you are coming from that, we are playing the Lotus Field deck. This is the other, I guess, spell-based combo deck that is going on in Pioneer right now. There's like other combo decks that involve Heliod and stuff like that, but this is like the next like spell-based Storm-esque style deck. And this one's pretty different from what was going on with Jeskai Ascendancy. You can still see this deck got another upgrade in Underworld Breach, but you lean in a lot harder to Underworld Breach than Jeskai Ascendancy did. So let's break down what's going on here, because this is a lot to look at. You can see 25 2-drops here, no 1-drops, that's a little wacky, and like 24 lands. Like, what is even happening? So what is happening is we are using the card Lotus Field. Let's get them all out here. Boop, boop. This is what the deck's based around. This hexproof pseudo reserve list reprint. Enters the battlefield tapped. Enters the battlefield, sack 2 lands. Adds a Lotus. It adds 3 mana of any color. So you're trying to like use these things where you cycle to untap them, like untap a permanent. That nets a mana right there. This thing untaps 2 lands for 5 mana. So if you have 2 of them, it nets a mana. You have hidden strings, I'm sorry, that untaps 2 permanents. So if you have Lotus Field, another land, you can untap, that. And these also can be used to tap your opponent's stuff too. So like in the control matchup, you can use them to tap down your opponent's lands. And that's pretty neat. But in general, you're trying to untap your Lotus Field a bunch of times, make a buku of mana, cycle through your entire deck, mill yourself out using Chronic Flooding, and then you Thassa's Oracle for the win. I believe Thassa's Oracle is the only win condition in our deck. In the main deck, we're not playing around it getting exiled. If it does, we're dead. But we have Underworld Breach just to buy it back if it goes to the graveyard, which is very likely if we're just milling ourselves. And yeah, we just have a bunch of cantrips other than that. We got 3 dig through times. You got 4 pour through the pages, which untaps 2 lands. You got all 4 of the cycling for 2 mana that untaps a permanent. You got 4 Wolfwillow Haven, which makes more mana when you tap your lands, so it adds an additional green. Makes your Lotus Field tap for 4. Sylvan Scrying tutors up the Lotus Field. Yeah, you got Underworld Breach, which lets you kind of go infinite by just like using your Hidden Stirrings and your Lotus Field and your Chronic Flooding. Like, put a Chronic Flooding on your Lotus Field, and you just cast Hidden Strings till your deck is completely gone, and then Thassa's Oracle. So it's pretty neat. Strategic planning in the meantime. We saw this card in the Jeskai Ascendancy deck. Just kind of one of the next best cantrips, and it fuels the Delve cards really well. This is another spot where we really miss the fact Thoughtscour is not in this format. All 4 hidden strings. Ugh, talking is hard. Chronic Flooding. And yeah. Oh, you can also play this creature out. I guess I should mention that too. Like, you can just like play this as a 3 mana creature that untaps a permanent. Just like kind of makes a bunch of mana on a combo turn if you want to do that. I don't know how often you do that versus just cycling it. I imagine you cycle it more often. But it's not like you can cycle it under an Underworld Breach. You still only get one use out of it if you're on an Underworld Breach turn. The rest of what this deck's trying to do, like, a lot of the times you're going to need 2 Lotus Fields. So when it comes to the mana base, like, you have 4 Thespian stages that you can use to copy your Lotus Fields. And because you have no 1-drops, you can play a lot of tap lands. So you can see, like, temples. You have a bunch of temples that you want to play on turn 1. And then you have just generic lands that you don't plan to tap a lot because you plan to just sack them. So, like, you have 6 pain lands here that just come in untapped, allow you to, on turn 3, you want to be able to float 2 mana, play your Lotus Field, and then maybe you can start comboing off. You can actually, I think you can turn 3 somebody, but it requires, I imagine, pretty specifics. I think you can, because, like, yeah, you can just, like, Underworld, no, you can untap, and then maybe you untap again, that makes 2 mana, you can Underworld Breach, Hidden Strings, or something like that, I don't know, but I imagine you can turn 3 with a perfect hand. In general, I think this deck goes off around turn 4-5, same turns that the Jeskai Ascendancy deck goes off. I think that's when it's most comfortable going off, and you have some untapped lands to complement the tap lands, so that you can do something the turn you play the Lotus Field and you'll just like sack your lands. They don't have to be untapped or anything. So yeah, so the deck's doing, it's pretty neat. Nice little niche deck. Pretty excited to try it out. The sideboard looks a little premature to me. This kind of looks like sideboards that people make when they just kind of throw stuff together and are trying ideas. Like, you got Fog, which is not a high impact card, but does kind of function as a time walk. Imagine you're going to want this in aggressive matchups, but I'm not sure it's the best option. You got 4 Mystical Disputes. Counterspells probably can be kind of hard for this deck to work through. And, you know, of course, you want to counter onboard egos and stuff, because if they onboard ego Dave Lotus Field, you're in a lot of trouble. Ratchet Bomb blows up. Rest in peace is my guess. Like, my plan looks like, based on Return to Nature and Ratchet Bombs, your plan is to actually answer like the problematic permanents instead of trying to juke them. But it is worth noting that you can combo off, just mill yourself out with a bunch of Chronic Floodings, play Thassa's Oracle or this second win condition Jace in the sideboard. If they try to go for the Thassa's Oracle, you can Jace, and then you just win the game. Like, you don't necessarily need the graveyard, but it is obviously very, very important for assembling a combo turn. But if the game goes really long, you're just trapped under some kind of like enchantment, like Rest in Peace or Leyline of the Void, and you end up just like milling yourself out. That can be okay if you drew one of your win conditions. So pretty interested to give this a try. The sideboard looks a little nonsense to me. I imagine I'm gonna have a lot to say about how bad it is at the end, but the main deck looks pretty tight. So let's give it a try. Rip and Damping Sphere for sure. I'm not sure we can ever beat a Damping Sphere, right? Because that shuts down both your land and keeps you from casting spells. Like, I get it, Return to Nature for that, but like, even like trying to Ratchet Bomb, that seems really hard. Whatever. Let's play some games. This game's been actually going pretty quick, all told. It feels like these combo decks, like, do actually kill or get killed pretty quick. Even though I timed out in like one of the matches in the previous video. Well, I didn't actually time out, but I was like really close. It was like 3 minutes or whatever. Used all of my time. Carnage? Sure. Let's get them. Well, the Lotus Field's already a great start, and we can Sylvan Scrying for a Thespian stage. I feel like this hand has to be really good. This hand looks like a keep to me. Alright, a Land Elf strategy. Struggled with these as the Jeskai Ascendancy deck. Let's see if this deck's any better at handling what the Land Elves decks have to offer. There's the win condition. I'm going to Sanctum, then probably Scrying. Land Elf, sure. My turn 2 play is interesting. It's either planning or scrying, and I feel like it's actually scrying because we already have the Lotus Field, and I want to be able to Thespian stage. Them not having a land is tilting that we don't have removal spells to punish them. Underworld Breach. Play this. So we can scrying for Thespian stage, turn 3, play Lotus Field, turn 4 copy, try to go for a turn 5 kill. Is that too slow? I don't think so. I think going for a turn 5 kill on the play is reasonable. So, yeah. Scrying does feel a little slow, but I mean, that's definitely within the range of what we expect to do, like to kill. Oh, no, I can cast the Strategic Planning next turn. Okay, yeah, we're okay. Rotting Regisaur, sure. 18. Can I take 2 hits from this? I don't think so. This is 9. They have me dead in 2. Blue, blue. We might be able to copy the Thespian stage mid go off, though. Blue, G. Here's a Lotus Field. Okay. Alright, let's cast the Strategic Planning. Chronic Flooding. Well, Flooding looks like the card we would need. Like I said, I think we just have to go for it next turn. Use the Hidden Strings as a ritual. And then I think we might be able to kill them. We might be able to make it happen. I don't know. It remains to be seen. Great Henge. Sure, dude. Surrock. Well, now we definitely have to go for it. Shock. Do you have Thoughtseize too? What is this? Oh, it's just a Love Struck Beast. Sure. Well, they're going for their own turn 5 kill. You just need time. Yeah, exactly. I think I have it deterministic on turn 5, but we're going to have to see if we can go off on our turn 4. Wait, I wasn't on the play. I thought I was on the play. I'm just dumb. Okay. Ugh. Let's figure stuff out. So we're certainly playing the Thespian stage, because I think we're going to be able to combo off mid-go off. We need to make blue, use colorless blue, hidden strings, untap this, have 2 blue floating, 4 mana total. Or, yeah, 6 mana total, right? 2 blue floating, 6 mana total. Make red. Use 2 of that mana to go to 3. Tap the Thespian stage, copy Lotus Field. Use 2 of the mana, go to 1. Cycle Vizier. Untapping Lotus Field goes to 4. Then we can Underworld Breach plus Stirrings. Stirrings makes enough mana that we can Chronic Flooding, and I think that wins. So I'm going to hope this works, but I'm pretty sure I just worked it out in my head. So you play this. You tap for blue and a generic. You cast Hidden Strings. Target both of these. Spending this. Alright. Use its ability. Untap Lotus Field. Yeah, yes. Use its ability. Untap Thespian stage. Yes. That's such weird templating. No. What the heck? Alright, so yeah, this is 4 mana. Oh, I'm sorry, this is 5 mana. So we can make red. Copy. Using 2. Go to 3. Vizier using go to 1. Untap a Lotus Field. Okay. Copy the land. Using using 2 red. Yeah, using 2 red. Then we cycle Vizier using both blue. Untap this. Alright, and then we draw. And we make blue. Underworld Breach. Cast strings. Untap these 2. Delving 1, 2, 3. Done. Untap. Untap. And then now we just have 1 billion D mana. Blue. Chronic Flooding on this. Blue. Okay, always yield. I think we can just like start popping off now, right? Yeah, we can just like mill ourselves. Exile 3. Nothing matters. Blue, red, strings. Choose target permanent. Boop, boop. Pay 1. 1, 2, 3. Done. I'm probably actually going to cast the other hidden strings just because it makes this faster by like a lot. So, I'm sorry, the other Chronic Flooding. Targeting this land. Exiling these 3. Done. Blue, blue, Are we done here? You made me do this? Okay. Pay 1. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I didn't tap this one? I'm so stupid. Ugh. Blue. Blue. Why didn't this tap? What is happening? Am I dumb? Drake Thopter is bad content. Also Drake. I mean, it's not great content. I'll give you that. Am I dumb? Why didn't this... What is happening? Did I miss something? Maybe I'm dumb. I'm probably just dumb. Done. Yes. No. Do you wish to cipher? No. Is there like a trigger being hidden somewhere? Like why wasn't that registering that was tapped? Blue. Alright. Red. What the heck? Moto, please. Go through the motions. Opponent really thinks that this is going to get me to timeout. It's not. Blue. But apparently I can't click too fast, or it just thinks that I'm not doing anything. Maybe actually casting Pore over the page is faster because it just like untaps 2 lands. That might actually just be possible. Nope. Yep, like this requires me to click 3 times. I'm gonna try that. Like what just happened there? Like I don't think it milled 3 cards there and it's tapped. What the crap is happening? Oh no, Moto. I see like it just untapped it. What the heck? This is wild. Done. Untap up to 2 lands. Okay. Sure did. Can you believe your opponent is conceding? Should we blast him on Twitter? Gas. How many cards you got left? 14? Sure. Blue. Alright, there you go. Figured out. What is this? 8 cards left. This draws 3. Done. Opponent seems to be having a good time. Alright, we'll discard a temple. We have 5 cards left. Blue. Blue. Here's the Thassa's Oracle. Okay. I got it. Good game. Both teams played hard. We're just a casual 7 minutes behind. I can't believe that chronic flooding thing. Where like Moto gives you no indication that it's not actually like you're not actually dead. Do I want Fogs here? Look at this man, it's a Spartan thing. What's up, Ryan? I'm comboing off. It's good content. Just sitting here while I sit there and click a bunch and my opponent doesn't concede. I think we should blast him on Twitter. It's Chad's suggestion, so I can't get canceled. The Lotus Field deck is still... The Lotus Field is still highlighted when it's tapped, so I think it's just not floating mana and isn't actually being used for mana. Yeah, but like, it like shows it being tapped, and so like you can't control Z, it won't untap it. Like I tried control Z to untap it, and it just didn't work. I don't know. It's wild. I feel like they're gonna fight me... What axis are they gonna fight me on? I think they're gonna fight me on the discard axis. But they could have ley lines. I'm going to leave the Thassa's Oracle. I'm not going to bring in the other Jace. Just a little risky. Wolfwillow Haven, Sylvan Scrying. I'm going to trim a Breach. I don't necessarily know that we need Breach. Trim a Breach, trim a Planning. Let's trim the non-matching Planning. think Chronic Floodings are basically how we win around Graveyard Hate, so I'm not going to cut those. Trim, like... Do I want to trim a Scrying? Could Wolfwillow Haven? Wolfwillow Haven does seem a little slow. I don't know that we have time for that. I don't know. Just trimming a little bit of the extra stuff. It's not really like I'm trimming the fat or anything. If they Leyline of the Voidus and discard a Thassa's Oracle, we can't win, which is worth noting, but I'm not gonna... I'm just gonna hope that doesn't happen. Seems like a fog matchup. Yeah, but what do you cut for it? Like, I don't wanna make my deck super, like, diluted with, like, random nonsense. What the heck is his hand? Alright, sure. I mean, it has a Sylvan Scrying, so I guess we're keeping. Discard me. Discard me! No, don't play an elf. Tilt. It says again, just click it and try and float mana with it again. Alright, I guess that's what we'll try next if that comes up again. Thanks, Chad. Appreciate it. Wolfwillow. Put on bottom. This hand might just be too slow. I still think it could turn out to be like a turn 5 or 6 kill because you could Sylvan Scrying for the Thespian stage, but like if they just have a Rotting Registrar here, like we're in a lot of trouble. This is what I actually liked about the hand, is it felt very discard resilient. Like, just a bunch of Viziers means we get to, like, you know, Ancestral through while making mana on the turn that we play our Lotus Field. We have double Sylvan Scrying. Like, that was the most attractive thing about this hand to me. So, Heart of Kieran. That's not bad. Dig Through Time. Okay. Strategic Planning. I don't think I want that. I think we're going to Sylvan Scrying for a Thespian stage, play a Lotus, like... Or, I'm sorry, for a Lotus Field, and then Lotus Field next turn. Alright, Ronus Cruise the Heart. So we take 4, go to 16. I mean, we don't have time to win this game. Can this tap something? Tilt. Did I miss the Snowblade gameplay? Snowblade gameplay was a while ago. It's on YouTube if you want to go watch it. Link to my YouTube channel is in the panels below. Scrying. Lotus Field. Lotus Field. Alright, sack these. Go. I mean, we can Wolfwillow Haven plus Sylvan Scrying. That just doesn't do anything. If they have, like, any 3-drop at all, we're in a lot of trouble. Yep. So now, unless we draw, like, a strings to tap down the 2 attackers, we're just dogs. Which is pretty unfortunate. Maybe this is a fog matchup. So we can net mana. If we draw strings, I think we're actually okay. Blue. I guess let's cycle this. Untap this. Okay. Going off on this turn 4 is going to be really freaking hard. So we can cast a 2-drop, like Dig Through Time. We could make green, Wolfwillow Haven this to make an extra mana cycle. Okay. No, that's not bad. Target land to enchant. Maybe we can stumble our way into a kill here. Cycling. Untap target permanent. Okay. Land? So we can make 4 mana. And we can dig through time, and if we find another Vizier, then we're like doing something. Okay. Blue. Dig through time. This is like, we're doing like a shocking amount of game actions here. But we need to find like the 4th Vizier exactly. Cast dig, hit Thespian stage and untap effect. Yeah. That looks like the line. Thespian stage, return to nature? Return to nature doesn't play. Well, maybe it does. No, it doesn't. Alright, yeah. No, we were drawing to strings or the Vizier there. Plus a Thespian stage, or actually really any land. We were in okay shape. What does it tell us to make a blocker? 5 mana? Right. We can take Botanical Sanctum, play the Thassa's Oracle, and plan to block. Can't be blocked by creatures power 2 or less. Never mind. Oh, they can give trample anyway. Alright, I think we're dead. Huh. The game was actually kind of close. Them taking that 3rd Vizier actually kind of mattered a lot. That was interesting. We're kind of doing it. All right, maybe this is a fog matchup. I'm still a little scared of stuff, but I'm gonna cut 2 return to natures. I'll keep 1 because I'm scared, and then we'll board in 2 fogs. Let's try this. We did, indeed. But it was closer than it looked. It was closer than it looked. This deck's kind of sweet, too. I don't know. This feels kind of okay. We have a natural Lotus Field here, too. Sneap. We got a turn 2. We got turn 1 Scry, turn 2 Planning, and like we got the 1 Return to Nature. Watch them leyline me, and I just have the Return to Nature. They mulled the 5. Maybe they actually do have leylines in their deck. If they leyline me and I have the 1 Return to Nature in my deck, that would be so disgusting. I'd be so into it. Oh no. They didn't leyline me. They just mulled the 5. Probably looking for interaction. Is the Scrying good? I think it is. I'm going to top that. Turn 2, still going to Planning. Well, I could Scrying for the stage. But I think I'm going to Planning. Planning, try to find an untap effect. 1 and a blue. Planning. Try to set up to get the dig through time. Hidden strings is basically exactly what I'm looking for. Yeah. Go. Alright, those are some good options, actually. Let's see what they got. Ashiok. Well, I feel dumber for the Scrying. Okay. Well, there's another Lotus Field. If they're doing this, oh, I didn't board in. I didn't board in the Jace. Oh no, there's a chance I just die. Yeah, that's not ideal. Yeah, here's a Lotus Field. Huh. Guess I should have taken the Thespian stage. Because we could cast this dig through time way quicker. In the meantime, I have to hope they just, like, don't hit my Thassa's Oracle. Because if they do, I just die. I mean, I don't know that putting a Jace in the deck, like, makes me better against this. Like, I didn't think this was going to be their plan. Nor that they had that card in their sideboard, so... I did not think they'd board this in, either. Here I am. Feeling kind of dumb. Scavenging Ooze. There's more Grave Hate, huh? I mean, I can beat this, like, mopey clock. 3 counters left. Yeah, I don't really know why that's in their deck, but who am I to tell them what to do? Can I dig through time? like this nets 2 mana, takes me to 6 mana. I cannot dig through time, right? Wish there was a moment here, put a trigger on the stack or something that I could like exile stuff. 39 cards left. Okay. We might have to like return to nature this Shaper's Sanctuary in order to like... Oh, never mind. We're going to return to nature of that. Please no Thassa's Oracle. Alright, we play on. This is like so weird. They beat me for 4. Alright. End of turn. We return to nature this. Untap. I think we can dig. Green. Destroy target artifact. Blow this up. It's not a creature, so they don't draw a card. Oh, well, no. Yeah, okay. Scrying. Oh my god. So make 4 strings, untap. I think I did the math on this right. Have 2 extra, 4, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, okay. Blue, green. Strings, untap these 2. Pay the green, I guess. Yep. Nope. Blue. 6, 7, 8. Boop. Alright. And we're just going to hope to find the Thassa's Oracle here. That way we don't get it Ashioked. Oh no, we didn't. That's so bad. The fact we didn't is actually kind of terrifying. I mean, we have another dig through time, so we might be able to just pop off next turn. With this, like they're doing the milling for us. So we'll take a Thespian stage and a strings. Any order. Alright, play this. Alright, missing on the Thassa's Oracle makes me sad, but we have 30 cards left in our library and we only know the bottom 7, so... I don't know. I think we can go off next turn if we can fade one more time of them hitting it. Yeah, exile the dig, that's fine. Oh, they actually probably missed a spot. They could have blown me out. Scavengers actually interrupted that. What is this? Make it some, like, stupid chonker. Oh, no. They missed it. All right. I think we have a chance. So you're saying there's a chance. What is this? That's fine. You can have that. In combat, give it haste. Do they attack with Elvish Mystic? They probably should. Like, exiling one thing probably doesn't do it, but whatever. We got 8 minutes to try to figure out how to kill our opponents. Blue. So we could play the Lotus Field floating 2 mana. And that gives me the most to strings with. So you float. If we just play the Lotus Field versus just copying. Play, copy. There's no mana floating. But I have 2 more lands in play. 2 lands in play don't buy me anything. I don't think. So let's float a blue and 1. Let's play a Lotus Field. Sacking lands is better. It also feels dig. Yeah, you're right. You're very right. I just had to, like, get there on it. Sack this and this. I guess I make more blue. Stirrings, untap this and this. Yep. And yep. Nope. Dig through time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Make some blue. Alright. 27 cards left. These were pretty bad, all told. Planning plus Vizier is okay. Vizier plus Breach is also okay. I think Vizier plus Breach is pretty bad, actually. Planning plus Vizier. Any order. Yeah, let's make more blue. Cycle this. This game's like kind of interestingly close. Untap this, please. Okay. Pore over the pages. That's a really good one. Huh. That's basically exactly what we needed, I think. Draw 3 cards, untap 2 lands, discard Sylvan Scrying. They have access to 1 green thing. Untap this and this. Discard this. Green. What is correct? So we have 2 Viziers. We have 21 cards left. The Wolfwillow Haven, I think, pays for itself on both of these. Currently, is each net 1 mana. They would net 2. Green. Wolfwillow Haven on this. We have 2 untapped, so it's mana neutral. Yeah, I think that's correct. Just try not to botch this. Especially the planning. Alright. Make blue. Cycle. Pay a green. Untap this. We might cobble our way into a win here around 2 pieces of graveyard hate. Pretty interested in that. Please. Oh, that's pretty bad. Blue. Cycle. Pay that. Target this. I mean, we have a blocker now, though, so we're not just, like, dead, I guess. We could crack it if we just absolutely fizzle. Dig through time. Dig through time is a pog champ. Huh. Blue. Blue. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They're just letting us do whatever we want underneath these graveyard hate pieces. Here's a Thassa's Oracle. We need to take that. And I think we need the Chronic Flooding. Chronic Flooding. Any order. 12 cards left. Need to move through them. Strategic Planning. Try to find an untap effect. Wow. That is a hell of an untap effect. I'll take the Pore. Blue. Cast Pore over the pages. Untap this and this. Discard this. 11 cards left. This gives us 2 devotions, so we would need to get to 4 cards left. Blue. Strategic Planning. Chronic Flooding. A Fog. The Fog just might do it, actually. Alright, we'll take the Fog. 8 cards left. They mill me for 4 or whatever. We Chronic Flooding on this Lotus Field. What does this mill for? 4? So if they mail me for 8, I just die. So if they top deck a second Ashiok, we're just dead. Can I beat that? I don't know that I can. Wait, we can Chronic Flooding on this. I would need to get 2 Chronic Floodings down. I think we're like a mana short, which how we ended up a mana short is insane to me. But how long do I got left? 3 minutes? So we flooding. We could do it. 1 flooding only puts me to 5, and I only have 3 devotions, so looks like we have to pass. I'm gonna... Mo, thanks for the resub for 6 months. Sorry, I'm like in the tank trying to figure out how to win this game. I think I just have to cast one of the floodings. But I need to not deck myself, so I think I can just put it on this pretty safely. Alright, go. If they draw Thoughtseize, we're in trouble. If they draw... I mean, they have a bunch of draws that punish me here, but... I think we didn't completely fizzle, and we have a very real chance to win this game, so that's kind of nice. Go. Alright, don't draw Thoughtseize, specifically. We were so close to popping off. Like, I needed to be able to take both of the Vizier and the Pore 3 pages and we just win. But we got really close. In before Questing Beast? Sure, dude. Alright. What'd you draw? I can't beat another Ashiok. I can't really beat a Thoughtseize. I can beat big idiots. If you got creatures, I can beat those. Galta. I can beat that one. Alright. Okay. Yeet. Here comes the squad. Make green. Fog you. Whoever said this is a fog matchup, you're a genius. This is definitely a fog matchup. Told you? Ryan, you're so smart. I'm so dumb. My opponent just lost a fog. That's kind of gas, actually. And here I was. Thinking that I was... just the smartest. Or, yeah, for thinking fog's dumb. I thought I was so smart. Am not. They might just, like, not activate Ashiok, which is, like, a little weird. We have to, like, Chronic Flooding the other land. But we still get there. Huh. We're also, like, kind of lucky that we didn't get our Thassa's Oracle eaten into, like, the mill 16 that they did. Yup. Alright, they used the Thassa's Oracle. Alright. Blue. Okay. Ha! I had it all along! GG! Easy! Go! What a match. This match was pretty sweet. Exile stuff. Okay, I don't think that matters. I have 1 card in yard. Why did they exile stuff? Strange. Whew! That was the first match. Just ate through all my time. But had a great time. That was actually shockingly fun. It's like, it kind of felt like old Storm in Modern, where like you're just like trying to navigate this game with this non-deterministic kill. I don't know. It felt pretty sweet. This hand's awesome. I'm gonna keep this. Ooh, is this the Heliod deck? This might be the Heliod deck. Go. We get to planning next turn. There's nothing we want to scry for, so... What? What? Can't be the target of spells or abilities your opponents... Are we just dead? Can we beat this card? Lands on the battlefield and lands in graveyards can't be the target of spells or abilities I control. Your opponent can't play lands cards from the graveyard. 6 months. What's up, Mo? How you been, man? So I haven't played a lot of Legacy recently, but Legacy appears to have been deleted. I don't think we can beat this card. Alrighty. Sure. Okay. That's unfortunate. Well, we should probably bring in the whole squad of stuff that kills that card. I have a feeling this is a Rest in Peace deck too, so we probably want like this. This matchup has to be so freaking bad. If they have like Tomic's main deck, like how do we actually win? Yikes. This doesn't target. We could pour through the pages. I guess we had a chance. What a joke. Yeah, I guess we'll just trim on some of the bad stuff. I guess it isn't really that bad, but the clunky stuff. Technically, all this answers Tomic and Rest in Peace at the same CMC, so I'm just not going to board in the Return to Natures. I just don't want to dilute the deck too much. I'm so down for the team event. Just need to find warm bodies. Same TBH. Opponent has huge brain. Yeah, Legacy's still a fine format. It's just like people don't play it anymore. Like at a high level, so I don't really end up playing it anymore. Oh no! Huh. Well, this doesn't have like hate or anything either, so. Now this hand pops. Keep bottoming the Dig or the Underworld. The Dig, I think, is more attractive on average. Okay. So we got a Ratchet Bomb. My opponent is mulling to 5. I believe they're mulliganing to Tomic. That is the impression that I get. That's the impression that I get. Bam, bam. Wow, I'm so smart. I'm going to bottom that one too, though. There is literally 2 Underworld Breaches at the bottom of my library. Bam, 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 bam. Wow, Tomic. That's a magic card, chat. That's a magic card. Third Inspector. That's not a magic card. I do not care about that one. Yep. You really do be like that sometimes, huh? Mana Confluence. I'm gonna play a Thespian stage. Ratchet Bomb. The Ratchet Bomb. Actually, also could have Wolfwillow Haven to the Thespian stage. That would have been a fine play too. Thing is, this is on 2, so if they Tomic, I kind of want to like not die to it. Ballista on 1, sure. I could just blow this Ratchet Bomb. I'm actually going to hold this Ratchet Bomb where it's at. Because if they go to combo me, I can just, like, blow this up, right? Yeah. So it also gives me insurance against being comboed, which is kind of gas. Alright. Always the old... bottom. Okay. But the value on the clue, I don't think card advantage is what this matchup's about. So I'm not super worried about the clue. They literally have a card that are 60 for ones. Because we can't beat them. Draw a card, you got it. Miss land? Hit land. Thraben. Up the clock. So let's put a card in the yard. Don't love it. Thespian stage. Well, it's looking increasingly likely that I am going to have to hard cast this Dig 3 times. So We're going to go and play the Wolfwillow Haven. And plan... Like, this is not enough of a clock to make me do anything with my Ratchet Bomb. If they pump, obviously I'd crack... Atomic. There he is. Kind of sucks, but I mean, we had to have insurance against Atomic. Ooh, that's nice. Here's Ratchet Bomb. Here's this. Whatever. The Wolfwillow Haven to go to the graveyard and make our dig through time easier. Yup. It's a 1/1, so I guess we should just crack this. Like when we take this up to 2, we're gonna end up blowing this up anyway. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and crack this. Kill the Ratchet Bomb. Like the Anafenza and the Atomic are gonna get yeeted, along with all the 2s. So like. I was going to cash that out anyway. Them committing another 2 to the board to pump up the bliss is pretty nice. Oh, no. Well, do we just kill the 2s then? I don't think that does anything. Well, playing conservatively has gotten me punished because there's apparently a Selfless Spirit in this deck. Okay. And now suddenly we're running low on answers. This matchup's really miserable. We need a real answer to Atomic. Vizier of Tumbling Sands. Can't target a land. This will put 2 things in the graveyard, so 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. If we find Blast Zone, I want to be able to play it. Not dead. Oh my gosh. Or 5, 6, 7, 8. Can't play this Vizier, but a Vizier to block wouldn't hurt. I don't know. We'll figure this out. I think we might just be dead. I don't know if we have any outs. Cancel. Blast Zone and Ratchet Bomb. See, all this seems too slow. Blast Zone, Ratchet Bomb. Any order. Blast Zone. This will let me blow up the 2s, but I'm going to hit for 4, 5, 6. I go to 3. We blow up the 2s, go to 4, but I have a blocker. Okay. Yeah, this is wild how this game has played out. Beating Atomic has not felt remotely doable either. And if you have the anything, I'll concede. Yeah, I can't beat that. Wow. Atomic. Just a main deckable answer to our entire deck. Right. Well, that match was much faster than the previous one. If this is something that people are doing in this format, then I think our deck is unplayable. Because, wowza. I don't even know what you could play to, like, efficiently beat that. Like, at least Jeskai Ascendancy combo can play stuff like Fiery Impulse, and that's, like, reasonable. Maybe, like, a bounce spell's okay. David Off. Thank you for the follow. I really appreciate it. But, like, wow, that That looks pretty bad. Keep. Sounds good. No more Tomics, please. I would like to play against a non-Tomic strategy. Stratagem. 1-on-1 though. Doing it. Another Llanowar Elf deck, huh? A lot of those going around. Here's this. We're going to take a lot of damage to the stupid Yavimaya Coast. Strategic planning. Yep. We're going to planning on 2, start filling the graveyard. Jace French Prodigy, that's spicy. I don't really know why they're doing the Jace French Prodigy thing, but they are. Blue. Planning. Yeah, Thespian stage seems good to me. Don't need 100 Lotus Fields. Glad to have those out of the deck. And next turn, we get to Lotus Field, plus put Chronic Flooding on our Lotus Fields. And then we just kind of have to find action, I suppose. Like the Breach and stuff. Wolfwillow Haven. That's actually probably a little bit better. Lotus Field. Boop. 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 Make 4 mana. Go. Fill up the yard. Collected Company. Oh, they're like rallying. I like the second Jace. That's gas. Fill up the graveyard for their Jace French Prodigies. Very nice. Very nice. That was one of the worst companies I've ever seen in my life. They threw a card in the graveyard and got another Elvish Mystic. Watch, I'm about to just like die for saying it was bad. What? How do you have Cavalier of Thorns in your Collected Company deck? 4 of them. You have 4 of them. What are you doing? Wayward Swordtooth? What is happening? Euro? Top 3 decks in Pioneer? Probably Chunky Red, Niv to Light, and some aggressive deck. Whatever that manifests itself into. Make a bunch of mana. JK. Make a bunch of mana. Haven. This. Doing that. Little of that action. Thespian. Copy the land. Alright, we're just like a dig through time away from doing it. But they're going to get to Collected Company again. They have a hit for 8, so they essentially have a 2-turn clock with this Lumbering Falls. We actually do need to hit something. If they're casting spells, though, I guess that's okay for us. What is happening? Alright. Sylvan Advocate. Sylvan Advocate. Sure. And just like, don't play a land? Okay. Alright, good one. Strategic planning. That's kind of how it starts, I suppose. Make a bunch of blue mana. Strategic planning. Planning, stirrings. I mean, it has to be planning, right? Because the strings don't actually do anything. Yep. Pore over pages. 3, 4, 5. Yep, that's kind of what we're looking for. It's kind of exactly what we're looking for. Blue, blue, pore over pages. And I think that's game. Boop, boop. Discard a Temple of Mystery. Yeah, let's make red. Alright, here's an Underworld Breach. Cancel. We made blue. Made blue. with this. Chronic Flooding this. This makes 5 mana. Yeah, no, we're okay. Alright, they are dead AF. That was a good pour through pages. We did it. Bunch of colors of mana. Underworld Breach. Strings. Oh, did they concede? You saved me the trouble! I appreciate it. Too kind. Alright. Big, stupid green deck with blue in it. That's like ramping. I don't get it. I don't really get the joke with this deck. I don't know if this is a fog matchup or not. Maybe we want access to 1. Opponent is doing it. Return Nature doesn't seem to do a lot. Dispute seems okay. They're a blue-green, like, ramp company Jace deck. I think they're going to try to fight me on the counterspell axis. So I think I'm going to bring in, like, some disputes. I'm going to leave the Oracle as our 1-win condition. Breach is good against counterspells. Digs are good against counterspells. I think I'm going to cut a single Scrying, a single Wolfwillow. I think Wolfwillow Haven's actually secretly the worst card in our deck. I think I should be cutting these more often. Like, they're just not really necessary for anything. They're kind of win more. Do I want the 4th Dispute? Like, they're a green deck at heart. I don't think I do. I might want, like, a Fog. Maybe I just don't want any of it. It's just, like, very light sideboarding. Try to combat them on the axis I think they're going to fight me on. And then we're just going to combo. Seems like a good plan. Let's find out how dumb I am. Alright, this hand looks good. This hand looks good to me. Bunch of Lotus Fields. Hard to beat it. Breach. That's a good one too. We, next turn, are going to Scrying, I think. Tireless Tracker. That's aggressive. Okay. Tormod's Crypt. Okay. We can beat 1 Crypt, that's for sure. Green, another Scrying. The cool thing about Breach is it's just till end of turn, so like if they just like crypt my yard in response to me breaching, I can just like hold a spell or something. I think I want another Thespian stage, because I'm going to be sacking them. Taking a point. They got 4 damage on board. Shock. Make a clue. I think they're going to... Not company, apparently. Scavenging Ooze. Sure. Alright, so they're not fighting me on the graveyard axis, like, at all. They're fighting me on the graveyard hate stuff, so maybe Breach kind of sucks. Wolfwillow Haven. Green, Lotus Field, always yield, sack these 2, Wolfwillow Haven this. Yeah, I mean, we need, that's fine. Am I close to dying? Yeah, I basically need to hit something that draws cards this turn. Like some flavor of move cards around. And then I actually need to get a little lucky from there. I have 2 Stirrings to make a bunch of mana, but it's still, like, not doing a ton. Satyr Wayfinder. They only have 1 extra green on top. 2 extra green. Bunch of clues. Shove. They have 1 green up and a Tormod's Crypt. Yeah, man. We don't need a ton of help, but we need some. I'm at 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That counts. That draws a card. Play this. Make blue. guess we can just go ahead and Vizier this. Untap this. Good one. Need a good one here. Scrying. I can't cycle with this, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8. I have exactsies. Well, they have clues. But I can make a 2/2. What does a 2/2 do? Block, take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Alright. Maybe we're in it after all. Make a copy of this. Blue. Play 2 blue. Yes. Yes. Do I wish to cipher? No. Then we can just like scrying, because this just takes generic mana, right? Oh, only during your turn? What a tilt. What if I made red cast Breach? Do you think they would like do anything? Because I could cast this Vizier, which actually isn't even the end of the world. Alright, I think I'm going to try it. Breach. What you got? Yeah, 1/3's not bad. Yeah, I mostly just want them to use the Tormod script too. Okay. Now we can scrying to, like, we can make a bunch of mana. Scrying, leaving exactly 5 to Haven. Go grab, like, I don't know what matters. Temple of Mystery is probably the best land to grab, because we don't really have anything that untaps 3 lands. Create 2/2. Alright, that's what I got. Go. Like, this way, if we draw, like, a draw 1 card effect, we can use the Temple. It's still pretty marginal that we get out of this, but a Pore Through the Pages might get us out. Pore Through the Pages, a Dig Through Time. Dig Through Time would also be really good. Yup. If he attacks like this, can I block Scavenging Ooze? What do you need 7 mana for or whatever? So we block here. Take 1, 2. Plus, you can crack 3 clues. That's 6. Yeah, that kills me. Okay, so I have to block here. Alright. There you go. There's our wolf. I wonder how many times people have made a wolf off this in Pioneer. I think it's not very many. They just let it happen? Okay. What is happening? What do you have? Didn't even crack a clue? What is happening? How did we just trade this wolf for a Tireless Tracker? Oh, it's a euro. Okay. Yeah, that one's a big boy. He's dummy thick. Well, we get another draw step. We bought another draw step. Alright. Pore Through Pages. Chronic Flooding. I don't think that does anything. There's nothing that we can just, like, flash back. Let's play a Temple of Mystery they know about. Let's see what our next card is. Yeah, it doesn't do anything. Alright, we're dead. Okay. So, it looks like the draw card effects are more important than I thought they were. And I actually thought they were pretty important. So, what do I want to do? Is this a fog matchup? This doesn't look like a fog matchup. They don't actually beat down that quickly. But Dispute looked really bad. So, I think I'm on like 2 Ratchet Bombs and bring in the Jace. Although the Jace looks really bad. But I kind of want to bring him in anyway because he draws a card. And like he could just be a fog while they attack him. All right, we're gonna try bringing in the Jace. I don't know if this is a Jace matchup. It's probably not. But we're gonna bring in Jace. That was rough. It wasn't even that rough, CF. Like for as badly as we drew, we were shockingly in that game, which is like kind of reassuring, if anything. Oh no, this hand's so bad. Goodbye. All right, this hand's fine. We got turn 2 Scrying, go grab the thing, or I guess yeah, Scrying, go grab the Lotus Field. Keep. We don't need this many lands. We're just a blue-green deck, right? There's no other colors we need to make. We need to make red at some point. Lotus Field does that, so I'm gonna bottom the Confluence. Just kidding. I'm gonna bottom the island because life total doesn't matter. They mulliganed 2/6 as well, which is nice. I think I'm actually supposed to cast the Planning first. That way I could potentially Scrying for a Thespian stage. I think that's what we're going to do. Ratchet Bomb looks nice. So does Blast Zone, TBH. Yeah, Blast Zone could have been okay. I could definitely see. Like, Blast Zone being something you could grab with Sylvan Scrying is really nice. And I haven't really valued that maybe as highly as I should. But, like, they don't have 1-drops they're trying to blow up. Like, I'm not trying to kill their Lana Robs. I'm trying to kill, like, 2-drops and 3-drops and stuff. So I'm not super into it. Yeah, let's Planning here. Blue Planning. Breach, Stirrings, Oracle. Or what? I always say Stirrings. That's it. It's Stirrings for the rest of the stream. I'm sorry. I think it's Strings. We already have the rest of the pieces. We have an extra win condition, so we don't need to just take the Oracle, which is actually kind of nice to not have to just like dunk the Oracle. We can just delve it away. Nobody cares. Nice Oracle. Euro is fine. They can ramp. Do their rampy thing. I'm fine with that. Yeet. Yavimaya Coast. Scrying. Go grab a Lotus Field. Play the Lotus Field. Okay. Bam. Bam. Go. No, I mean, we still need a piece or two, but we're getting pretty close to being able to win. We haven't taken a point of damage. Even if they nuke my graveyard, I don't feel super bad about my position. And that does not nuke my graveyard. If they don't nuke my graveyard, I actually feel actively pretty good about my position. Sylvan Advocate. That doesn't do anything. Thespian stage. Strategic planning. So I could... This is interesting. We could try and go for it this turn. Like, we have a Strings plus Planning. So we could just, like, Strings, untap, go to 4 mana, Breach. We can do a bunch of stuff this turn. Ooh, this is interesting. Or we could just say they don't have anything and go for the dig through time. Strings plus Planning makes 2 mana per cycle. We have 6 cards in the graveyard. What do you think, chat? Can we go for this? Should we go for this? Like, them being tapped out is a real attractive spot. We could lead off with Planning on Lotus Field. If we find a Thespian stage, we can play it and then consider our life a little bit more. Because actually, if we find a Thespian stage, I think we're a lot more likely to make it because we just make so much mana. Instead of 4, we make 6. I think that's what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to lead off because basically no matter what, I'm going to end up planning, I think. Even if we Stirrings, we can Breach and then Stirrings again. Okay. That's a stage. Okay. Stage, play stage, untap both. Am I supposed to take the strings instead? Make 3. So I have to strings twice before I can copy it and then strings. I think this easily goes off. I don't know if this easily goes off. Alright, I got 14 minutes. We can figure this out. I guess we could just planning a bunch. Planning plus strings a bunch. And that makes a fair bit of mana. It just makes 4 mana each time. I just wonder if I'm supposed to take the other strings to go off. Like, for me, this is obviously between strings and Thespian stage. I'm trying to see if I can ever get it to where I can copy it. So we play the Thespian stage. Strings untap both. Oh, no, we need a colored source. So we actually do need the strings. This is kind of awkward. I wonder if I'm just not supposed to go for it this turn. Whatever. Strings tap both. Yeah, because if I'm going to go for it, I have to make red and blue mana in the same turn. Alright. Alright, let's play the coast. Strings. We're going to go for it. Yup. Nope. Make red mana. Breach. Then we can strings. Then planning. We have to find a chronic flooding. Breach. I'm sorry, then we need 2 strings. Strings. 1, 2, 3. Done. Yes. Yes. No. Make blue. Strategic planning. 1, 2, 3. Done. That's not great. Well, an extra breach is reassuring. Am I now supposed to just planning again? I can strings again out of hand. And then cast another planning, trying to find a chronic flooding. Okay. That seems reasonable. Yep. Nope. Planning. Boop. 1, 2. We'll get rid of the strings. Scrying. That's not great. Sylvan Scrying. I could delve away the graveyard, just dig through time now. Might do that. We've been through how many strings? Just 2? Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. Delve away the Thassa's Oracle. Yeah, and there's a strings plus chronic flooding, which pops off next turn, I believe. Strings plus flooding. Any order this. And then, yeah, we're done. Okay, that was kind of hard. Yeah, that was rough. That was a rough go off, but we're okay now. And we didn't spew too much of our life total. Didn't we have an Oracle in the yard? Yeah, we had an Oracle in the yard. What does that do for me? Did we delve our Oracle? Yeah, we delved our Oracle. I brought in the Jace. We're fine. We're fine. We have a Jace. Calm down. Yeah. Blue. Chronic flooding. No. Cancel. 1 and a blue. Chronic flooding here. Blue. Always yield. Alright. Cycle this on this. Wolfwillow Haven. So we can just make a ton of mana. Yeah, they're dead if they're F6. I don't know what they actually have, but if they have a counterspell, we're in a little bit of trouble. Green. Wolfwillow Haven here. And then we have to strings this plus this. Oh, okay. Well, if they have negate, I'm glad they used it here instead of on the breach. Wait, am I just dead? No! I can just fire up the manland and I think that kills me. 7, 11, yeah, I'm dead. Fuck. Wow. How did that go from us winning? I guess if you get time walked twice, it's pretty natural that you just die. But, I mean, we had the kill there if they had nothing. And we did go for it on the turn they were tapped out. I don't really know what else we could have done there. These green decks having access to counterspells post-board is quite a beating. What feels... I mean, these green matchups feel kind of hard for both these combo decks. Both Jeskai Ascendancy and this deck. Like, we just lost to 2 green decks in a row. That's what beat us in, like, the Jeskai Ascendancy leagues. Why is it that our combo decks are not resilient to just, like, green idiots beating down? I guess they're too slow. Like, the combo decks are fairly resilient to, like, most spell-based interaction because of the delve cards. Like, you can just recover from, like, a few counterspells. But just, like, big green idiots in your way just, like, beat you. It is an interesting phenomenon because it's very different from how the modern combo decks work, where just, like, these, like, beat-down-y creature decks that maybe have, like, a piece of interaction don't really stand too much of a chance. Yeah, I mean, I'm keeping this. Sounds good. More green matchups. Llanowar Elves? There's a lot of Llanowar Elves in this league, and apparently our deck's not very good against them. We may have a bad record with this one. I'm trying my hardest, Mom. Okay. Yep. Nope. Wish we had, like, the draw card lands we could cash these out for. I wouldn't use it very often, but, like, Scrying's being only able to grab Lotus Fields or Thespian stages is kind of awkward. Huh. Also, being on the draw against these Llanowar Elf strategies has not been useful either. Because, obviously, Llanowar Elves much better on the play. Powering out 3 drops and snowball the game. Pretty attractive thing to do. Maybe last game I screwed up. No. No, I don't think I did. Thinking too much about the last game at this point. This deck is very complex. So I'm willing to see some of this as pilot error. But at the same time, this deck feels very powerful when not facing down, like turn 5 lethal to creatures specifically. Which makes sense why the Fogs are in there. I think I probably should have brought in Fogs last match. Probably should bring them in this match. Just anytime there's a green beatdown deck, just use the Fogs as a time walk. Opponent's got a challenging turn 2, apparently. Opponent, where'd you go? You should come back, please. I would like to combo off on you. Opponent, come back. Temple Mystery really spooked him. Where are we? They've drawn their card. They're in their main phase. Okay. So you obviously took your draw step. I doubt your turn 2 is that hard. It's probably just like play a 3-drop. So I guess one thing to note about this deck versus the Jeskai Ascendancy deck is that, like, a lot of times the Jeskai Ascendancy people would bring in Graveyard Hate, and it just isn't that good. And, like, that kind of mattered a lot. Like, there was a few games where, like, they tried to interact on, like, the Graveyard axis with, like, Scavenging Ooze, and that feels more impactful against this deck than it did against Jeskai Ascendancy. I thought that this deck would kind of make up for that in a little bit, like, more speed. Like, I thought this was going to kill a little faster. But I haven't really gotten that impression either. So, I'm not really ready to call it that this deck is just, like, a worse Jeskai Ascendancy deck. But this deck does, like, have these random spots where it just dies to a turn 2 Atomic or whatever, right? That's right. That was our loss to. I think I said earlier something incorrect. I think I said I lost to all green decks with this deck. I have not. I lost to the turn 2 Atomic deck. And, like, the fact your deck just randomly gets hosed by that is not really acceptable. Opponent, please come back. I would like to stream more combo. Not have you time out. Did you disconnect from the game? No. What the heck? About to pull up the love letter. This will be love letter stream. It's on Steam, I guess. Alright, Steam. Love letter. Bam. Alright. Boom. We're doing it. We can keep an eye on the game here too, see if they make decisions. Alright. How do you... Whatever. Classic. Maximum opponents. Let's go. This is Love Letter Stream. I should change the title. This is now Love Letter Stream. You're the last to go. We'll name Handmade on You. Missed. Never lucky. 5. William. Sure. Derp-de-derp-de-derp. Baron. Me. What? No! What did I die to? It doesn't even tell me. Whatever, we died. Look, they played the 3-drop in turn 2. Unbelievable. I can't believe I died. Okay. Yeah, I don't think we're doing anything cute here. I think we're just going to play our land and pass. Like, Scrying doesn't really accomplish a whole lot. Like, we already have a Thespian stage. We're going to be able to Chronic Flooding the Lotus Field the turn we play it. Maybe Scrying does do something. It's probably better than just sitting here holding it. Like, it doesn't actually do anything. It puts a card in the graveyard. That's what it does. Actually, putting a card in the graveyard matters a lot. I don't know. In case this game goes, like, strangely long, we'll just take another Thespian stage. Okay. And then next turn, we can Lotus Field Chronic Flooding. I just need to not die on their turn 5 or whatever. If we get turn 5, we're probably not in great shape. If this is a Questing Beast, we're in really bad shape. Collected Company. What is with these people in this Collected Company green deck? What the fuck is happening? 12, 17, I'm just dead on board now? I'm just going to die on turn 4? Does this tap something? I keep asking this and it keeps not doing that. Alright, I guess we need help. We have to draw something. We have to draw Underworld Breach. What the fuck, dude? Okay, I guess. Just the old company into the turn 4 kill. Unbelievable. Wish my deck could turn 4 kill. We're going to try to turn 3 kill. It's going to be really hard. But I actually don't think it's impossible. Right? So we untap, cycle. That company was not bad. You're not kidding, RNG. You're not kidding. It's whatever. We're going to go for it. I said the turn 3 kill is possible. I think you have to draw all 4 of these clowns. So you like cycle, Lotus Field, cycle, cycle. The last one I think you have to make like red. That's not promising. Alright, well. Okay. Sack these. Cycle this. Untap this. Dig through time. So we can make 3 mana, make it 4 mana. I don't think 4 mana is enough. I think I have to draw another Vizier there. 3 mana. And with 4 mana, we can dig. Or rather, we can planning into an untap effect. Into an untap effect? Alright, I guess it's technically still possible. Yes. Yes. No. Alright. We have 5. We can make blue and planning. That doesn't do anything. Alright. That's good. Jeez, dude. Going for the turn 3, not likely. Turn 4, I think we actually maybe could have turned 4 there. Our hand was really good. We would obviously have to hit an Underworld Breach off the dig through time, but I think we actually could have gone for it. Alright, this is a fog matchup. I think that's all I'm bringing in. I'm tired of trying to fight on every other axis. We're just going to fog them. That's what we're going to do. They might have Graveyard Hate. Maybe we should bring in Jace. I think this card is a little slow, and I think Scrying is a little slow. That's what we're doing. We're fogging. Maybe this deck's just like secretly great, and I've just been like not boarding in fog enough. Because I just don't have respect for fog. When are they gonna make a fog that like draws a card or something busted like that? This hand's good. Like a turn 2 planning to find, like to field the graveyard and try to find a Lotus Field seems attractive to me. We got a Scry on turn 1 to help find the Lotus Field. How many matches have you played of this deck? I mean, what? I've played... This is my 3rd or whatever. No, we're 1 and 2, so this is my 4th. Opponent rolled to 6. Fog with buyback, Pog. Saying, I'm kind of in. We haven't boarded in Fog enough. Oh, yeah. Leyline of the Void. I didn't expect them to be a Leyline of the Void deck. Okay. Well, that one's going to the bottom. See, like, this is weird. Why do they have Leylines when this matchup's good? Like, this matchup has to be good, right? They just play a bunch of idiots and attack me? Seems good to me. Guess, knowing there's Leylines, we need to bring in some Return to Natures and board out some Underworld. Underworld Breaches. And the turn 1 Llanowar Elves. God-Leaded Mulligan is good. Yeah, I mean, we're never removing that, so let's just start throwing cards in the yard. Lotus Field? I'll take a Thespian stage. Shock. This is a good hand out of the opponent. It was a good one. Okay. That's not great. Go. If we find a Lotus Field in like the next turn or two, we might could like try to get something started because this Pore over the pages is really good. And we're gonna have 2 Lotus Fields, but if we basically don't find it like next turn, we're in a lot of trouble. Yup. Hit me for 5. Soul Flare is good against them? Oh, is it? Do people play Soul Flare? I wasn't under the impression Soul Flare was that popular. Thoughtseize me? Wow. This is a tough hand to beat. Heart's Desire. Alright. Heart's Desire. It's a pretty good turn. It's a pretty good turn. Wolfwillow Haven. Island go. This will probably be the last turn we get. So we have to draw a great one. Chalked on call 10, 12. Sure. Just had me dead on turn 5 with a Leyline and a Thoughtseize. Christ. We are playing the wrong deck. Right. Moving on. This matchup is lopsided. And just like that, we rattled off 3 losses in a row. The deck started off feeling so good. Then we got Tomicked and Green beated in the face until we just were into the ground. Yeah. This deck's matchups feel a lot tougher. The deck also feels a lot harder, so like the pilot errors are definitely more beating. But in general, these matchups feel a lot harder than Jeskai Ascendancy. This might just be a worse Jeskai Ascendancy deck. We'll play the last match. Maybe we won't get paired against Llanowar Elves. See if we can learn a little bit more about this deck's matchup spread. But I am not feeling optimistic about this deck and its ability to develop in this format. But I think there's been a few Moto grinders that are just like 7-0ing like the prelims and stuff like that. So like maybe it's just a bad build or whatever. I don't know. You know what this deck would really want is like an ensnaring bridge. Leyline is like surgical. It feels like no one should play it and everyone does. I don't know if that's true saying. Like there are graveyard decks, right? Like there's like that Dredgeless Dredge deck. There's like Jeskai Ascendancy is like something people play. Like the thing is the Lotus Field deck, does it need to be so graveyard oriented? Where it's just like it is a better Underworld Breach deck, but you can also just lose 3 matches. I mean, but it's not just about like the record. Like it's much more about like the texture of what these matchups feel like. Like all of the matchups that we've played that we've lost, it felt like even if we had won, we would have had to get very lucky. So like, it's not really as much about the specific record as it is how the matchup spread has felt. Like being cold to Tomic is like definitely a deck building flaw. Like being poorly set up against the green decks is like not ideal. Like there's definitely some holes in the deck. Like you don't need a large sample size to learn enough that like you can kind of visualize how an average matchup, like how the matchup's going to play out against green decks, how the matchup's going to play out against white decks. You don't need a large sample size to kind of visualize how that's going to play out, right? Topic is fringe. I mean, everything is fringe, right? There's no like super determined metagame. So like I don't know that if Tomic, like the Heliod deck, I was aware played Tomic. I thought they played it in their sideboard, and I didn't think they played a bunch of them. But if they're main decking it, then like it's big bad. Yeah, that's a good one. That's strategic playing is a good one. This hand's set up. We're on the play, and this hand's set up well. So I'm excited to try this. Llanowar deck. People really like this green-black Llanowar deck. No, Vessel of Nascency. Hey, it's a sight for sore eyes. Not Llanowar Elves. But in general, I agree with you. I mean, the sample size is small, and the deck is in its kind of infancy. Like Underworld Breach was just printed, right? It's technically not even released. So, like, blue green, planning, chronic flooding, pour over the pages. I think I just want the pour. Like being on the play means that like we're just gonna be able to make a billion D mana. Thespian stage. Make 2, untap. Make 2, tap. Yeah, we should be able to go for this on turn 4. Excited about that prospect. The turn 4 kill is attractive to me. I think it's good if you're trying to amend bad matchups, but I feel like the matchups you cover with Leyline are already ones you should probably curb stomp. Yeah, like this matchup, like against the green Llanowar Elf decks that have like a good clock and like Thought Seizes and stuff, I agree with you. I think that they probably don't need Leylines, but I don't know what they're... Ooh, that's good. I don't know what they're... Wow, this game is probably over AF. Where is this draw? Where was I going with this? ADHD so bad. Yeah, I feel like I don't know what their like dredge matchup looks like, and their Jeskai Ascendancy matchup might be way harder too. Why are we on my second main? I have 6th. Go. Crack Vessel of Nascency? My draw is much more broken than yours, friend. Green, black, Lotless Troll. It's Soul Flare. Okay. I guess I probably should have figured that out. Well, let's hope that their deck is Carmanta Flare. Ooh, I'm into that. And, oh, that feels Traverse. You could just go get a Soul Flare. I'm into what my opponent's doing. That's hot. This is kind of sweet. Get a little Soul Flare action. Does it have haste? Does not have haste. It'll have Hexproof. Oh, no, they didn't have it. They had to get a forest. Oh, no. Creature enchantment. Oh, no. That's a beat. All right, are they dead? Thespian stage. So we like net a mana, untap. We have 4 mana. Copy, untap. Is there strings in our yard? There's not. Are we going to die next turn? I don't think we are. Just going to play this Thespian stage. And pass. Like, I could go for the turn 4, but I don't think we're going to die, so I'm not going for the turn 4. If that makes sense. Like, even if they discard me, they'd have to discard me, like, 3 times before I start being a little worried. Because, like, this card's great, this card's great, this card's great, and we have them very, very dead next turn. But I don't think they can kill me this turn. Yeah, Questing Beast, that does not kill me. Zapalta. Carried. Murder Shredder. Zapalta. Yeah? That's a lot of creatures. 11. Does that have double strike? Yeah. They actually maybe could have killed me with a Soul Flare and like a bunch of creatures. They had like the nut. Make that, and now they're just super dead. Super dead. Alright, Yavimaya Coast. Blue. Yeah, this one. That's enough cards that I actually want to discard that I will go ahead and pour. Alright, untap these two, discard this. This is just the whole world's our oyster here. Red. Oh no. Blue. Chronic flooding here. Maybe we not even need Underworld Breach. Just like at all. Oh yeah, we do. I guess in case we build the thing, we do need it. Discard this. They've already seen Underworld Breach too, so there's no sense like hiding it. What's the quickest way to get them dead? I don't really know. Blue. Cycle. Untap this. Wolfwillow Haven. Green. Haven this. Blue. Hidden strings. These two things. Untap. Yep. Yep. Nope. Alright. Blue. We milled the Thassa's Oracle. We have not. You have 23 cards left. Let's try to find one more. One more Chronic Flooding to speed this up. Sure. Dig Through Time, Haven. Any order. Enchant this land. Green. Red. Play Underworld Breach. Cast Chronic Flooding. Enchanting this land. Pay the red. 1, 2, 3. Done. Pore of the pages. 1, 2, 3. I wonder why they're still playing. This is like super, super deterministic, and they're just like still going at it. Tap these two. Discard this. Alright, blue. Mail a bunch. Cycle this. Tap this. Blue. Mill a bunch. We milled it yet? We have not. Yeah, we have actually. Strings. 1, 1, 2, 3. Done. Yup. Yup. Nope. Oh, I tapped it. That's gas. Blue. Now the rest of my deck. Here's the Thassa's Oracle. Alright. Exile 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. Did it! We killed a green deck! Die! Oh, man. Alright. So here's the problem. Like, fogs get a lot worse against the Questing Beast deck. So, like, what do we do about that? Like, do we think they're going to have Leylines of the Void? They might. The fact they might means I probably need to bring some... Oh, wait, this exiles cards from the graveyard. We could just, like, exile stuff. That's actually kind of gas. Alright, I'm bringing these in. In case they have Jam and Hate, Scrying kind of slow, Haven kind of slow. Fog, like, doesn't work because of Questing Beast. I don't know if that's good enough. This also bros up Chromantic Core. That might suck. But I think just using it to exile a card from the graveyard actually might matter a lot. So, I'm excited to try it. Wonder how much... What are the chances they have Layla of the Void? I am glad, though, while we're talking about it, I am glad that Wizards put all of the, like, best graveyard hate in Pioneer to, like, to check a bunch of the stupid, busted graveyard cards they're printing, like Underworld Breach and stuff like that. I cannot imagine a world where this kind of stuff is just allowed to roam free without, like, Rest in Peace and Leyline of the Void and Grafter's Gauge existing in the format. Sounds really good. Leyline me! You did not. You get an F. Thoughtseize me. That's fine. My hand is overall very mediocre. But probably we can assemble a turn 5 kill? I think we can assemble a turn 5 kill here. Tough decision, eh? Took Return to Nature? Uh-oh. That either means they have a piece of hate or, I don't know, they just don't want their thing. Exile, I guess. I guess it's very possible. I wonder if this is what, like, Chronic Flooding on a random land if we miss on our Lotus Field turn, just, like, start milling. I probably actually am. Damping Sphere. Oh, no. That's a pretty good one. Well, glad I brought in all the Return to Natures. Let's find another one. This doesn't cast as counting a spell, thankfully, so I could, like, cycle this, like, end up Underworld Breaching. I'm going to bottom that. End up Underworld Breaching and then, like, breaching the Return to Nature back. That might be what ends up having to happen. But we probably need to find a Lotus Field first. We're just going to have to hope their hand, since it was all interactive, is just very slow. No Lolith Troll. No Lolith Troll. Gather the pack. Sure. Grabs a creature. You get a Soulflare. There's Ashioks too? Good God. You should have the whole squad of stuff. Alright, then we got a hasty thing next turn. Okay. Wouldn't mind a Lotus Field here. Definitely will take a Return to Nature, though. Alright, we might have a chance in this game after all. Thanks to my excellent sideboard plans. Alright, so you can flay out a Hexproof Vigilance, Death Touch, Haster. No Double Strike. Double Strike's the big one. Even though Chromanticore is fine, we're not trying to, like, go over the top of their creature. We're just trying to, like, not take 20, because we don't win using, like, life totals just don't matter to us at all, except that we're not dead. So, basically, as long as I don't have Double Strike, I'm okay. We'll take 4 a turn for 5 turns. That's fine. Cool with that. Hey, J-Train. How goes it? Catch the end of the stream. This is our last match. Last match of the night. Soul Flare. What is this thing? It is a Death Touch, Haste, Hexproof, Vigilance. Works for me. Alright. Underworld Breach. I think I'm going to cast the Chronic Flooding on my Thespian stage. Chronic Flooding on Thespian stage. And we'll just, like, hope to breach our way into something that matters. Like a Sylvan Scrying. Like, basically uses a Snapcaster Mage for a Sylvan Scrying to find a Lotus Field. Because we're still not under a ton of pressure. They're relying a lot on this Thoughtseize and this Damping Sphere to carry them. Oh my god, dude. Well. That's one Lotus Field. Perfect. Green. Destroy target artifact. Blow that one up. Okay. So, we need to be able to hit a land in order to be able to blow this up with an Underworld Breach. Less than ideal, to say the least. I could just cycle this. I kind of hate it, but my other options aren't great. Cycle. Jeez. Okay, I mean, we're not dead. We're not doing awesome either. If they drew Questing Beast, I don't think we can win. If they draw Questing Beast across these next 2 turns, I don't think we can win. Damage their substitute Breach from Scrying, though. Wait, I'm stupid. You have Naturalize? Yeah. I'm going to try to hit the Return to Nature. No big creature, please. Scavenging Ooze. With 1 green? 2 green. Now we have to naturally draw it. Wait, they're just exiling things at random. Never mind, we're okay. Copy this. Second Lotus Field gas. Alright, land. That's not a land. We're currently taking 6. How many creatures in the graveyard? None? 1. But we didn't bring in the Jace. Okay. I cannot win this game, so I'm not going to play it out further. As long as they figure out to exile my Thassa's Oracle, I cannot win the game. Well, that was kind of a beat. Thoughtseize, 2 Damping Spheres, and a Scoos is kind of a lot. I guess we'll bring a Blast Zone in, too. Cut another Breach. I don't love cutting so low in Breaches, but is probably necessary. I don't think Ratchet Bomb is very good. I think being able to Scrying for this just like means that like if there's multiple Damping Spheres, we're in okay shape. And that's probably just where we should be. 25 lands is kind of a lot though. It's a good playing lands is a good way to play around Damping Sphere though. So I'm gonna try going up to 25 lands. Ooh, this is so hard. So much thinking. I'm just gonna kind of hope they don't have 100 Damping Spheres. We actually had 2 Return to Natures too, but they freaking Thoughtseize one of them. How rude. Yeah, that sounds good. We have planning on 2 to try to find a Lotus Field. We don't have any answer to any hate, but I don't know. Like, Oh, well, that's easy clap. Now we have planning on 2 to try to find an answer to Damping Sphere. Thutsies me. You got it. If they take Thassa's Oracle and exile it on 3, I'm going to be really sad. I think... Oh, no. They have the Scavenging Ooze? That's so lame. Blue planning. Strings. I think Strings is a little better than Haven. I lied. Haven's a little better, I think. If they have Damping Sphere, like, all this sucks, so it just doesn't really matter. We can't actually beat a lot of things here, unfortunately. That's a Scavenging Ooze. Okay. Well, we can't answer Scavenging Ooze, so... I'm just gonna pretend it doesn't exist. And hope they mess up. That's pretty unfortunate. But I guess that's what we open ourselves up to, trying to play so low in the win condition count. The thing is, the Jace seems so bad. Like, I wasn't going to board it in because just, like, casting it was kind of bad. Alright, we're done. That's disappointing. I feel like we could have won that match, too. Dang. Like, the Oracle has to not be in our hand, but if that's all they had going on, then we'd be alright. Wow, did we 1-4? We 1-4'd. Woof. Monk Est, taking Oracle, yeah, was definitely very bad for us. So, this deck, yeah, this deck felt to me like it had a lot more just, like, dead on the spot moments than Jeskai Ascendancy did, which indicates to me it is a worse built deck than Jeskai Ascendancy is. It was a better Underworld Breach deck. Like, Underworld Breach, I think, on average, performed a little better in this deck. But from my experience, comparing it to the previously we played, it felt like they both were presenting, like, kills around the same time. They're both pretty weak to naturalizes, I think. Because, like, if you just naturalize the Underworld Breach, which is not something that actually came up, but it was something I was thinking about. Like, if we got naturalized on our Underworld Breach, like, we could just, like, stop our combo turn in its tracks. So, like, we're kind of weak to naturalizes. We're really weak to Graveyard Hate. We're definitely weak to Damping Spheres. The spell-based hate we're okay against. Like, Thoughtseizes in general we're alright against. But this deck is a lot worse against Graveyard Hate than Jeskai Ascendancy was. And still felt kind of weak to naturalizes. So, at that point, like, if we're presenting, like, kills around the same time, we're both spell-based combo decks, and one of us is, like, way weaker to the graveyard, it's like, is this deck just a strictly worse deck? Like, as far as matchup spread goes? Like, actual functionality, they're obviously different, but, like, as far as matchup spread goes, I think there's a good chance this deck's just worse than Jeskai Ascendancy, which wasn't my expectation coming in. I'm willing to admit that some amount of, like, the matches we played that I lost were pilot error. Have you tried the Is It version? It's Jonius. What's different about the Is It version? You talk about the version with Barals and stuff. That might be better. Like, I think I watched Emma play a little bit of that, like yesterday or the day before or whatever. But this is the list from Adam Hernandez's article on TCG Players, so this is what I was going to give a shot. And I think that this build is a lot worse. Now, maybe there's a Baral iteration that's good. That feels weaker to creature removal, because you oftentimes did need a creature in play, but Is It has spells that do something. Fair enough. Yeah. So, like, I mean, that may be where the deck needs to go. But I think the deck as it is designed here and, like, what you're looking at here, I think this deck is worse than Jeskai Ascendancy. And that probably means that, yeah, we need to explore the, like, Baral iterations that are Is It and have, like, I think they have Electromancers too and look a little bit more like what you'd expect out of, like, a modern Storm deck. But even still, like I said, that deck has a lot of the same weaknesses. Like, the core of that deck, if I remember right, is still, like, some Lotus Fields, the Breach, you're still playing strings, like you still play the Thassa's Oracle. Like some of the problems we ran into, like with Atomic and with, like, you have a mill spell so that you don't have to strap up a Chronic Flooding, but Atomic is still an issue for that deck. Graveyard Hate is still very good against that deck. Yeah, I've been watching Caleb Scherer stream the Isn't One, and this is what he's on right now. Yeah, I mean, I guess I could bring it up for education, but... Blurp, derp, derp. Nice. Aether Hub, please. Yeah, like, oh, this even has Chronic Floodings in it. I've seen, like, a 1-mana, like, mill spell. Like, this still has a lot of the core problems, right? Where you just... You have some more 1-drops, you're a little leaner, closer to the ground, but, like, I guess you have Izzet Charms. You could maybe team up 2 of your Izzet Charms to kill a Atomic game 1, but, like other than that, you have to, like, dispersal it. You have, like, 1 Blink of an Eye. The 1 Blink of an Eye is necessary. I'm convinced this is important. But, like, this like, deck has a lot of the same problems and, like, opens itself up to creature removal. But maybe it's still better. I don't know. But this, as it stands, is not susceptible to creature removal, but is more susceptible, I think, to just, like, getting randomly bunked out. So, yeah, like, a Blink of an Eye or something random that answers, like, a problematic permanent that just shuts your entire deck down seems important. I think maybe 4 Sylvan Scrying's too many. It's weird because, like, you do need a Lotus Field to go off. Maybe the Haven just kind of sucks. Like, this did feel like our worst card by a margin, and maybe we can find, like, ops or something that, like, fill our curve out better. But as it stands, I think this deck needs a lot of help. The Jeskai Ascendancy deck felt a lot smoother. If this deck were to continue to exist, I think, yeah, we'd have to see a pretty large landscape change. So that's where we're at. Any other questions, comments, concerns before we wrap it up, chat? If not, if you've been enjoying my content despite me getting my skull beat in, please hit the follow button here on Twitch. It's the easiest way to support me on Twitch. I'll let you know when I go live. If you're watching this through YouTube and you've enjoyed watching me get my face beat in, please hit the subscribe button. It's the easiest way to support me on YouTube. I'll let you know when I post more videos. Yeah. If there's nothing else, I will see everybody next week.